Welcome. What's going on, DonDons? We are here for another live, y'all. We are here for another live. So I hope you are ready for this one. We're going to be talking about Tiana Taylor and Iman Shumpert. We're going to be talking about Melody Shari versus Wanda continuing. We're going to talk about Ray J and Stunner Girl, Diddy, and of course, all things surrounding this whole Kenya Moore suspension firing or being on ice or her deciding to part ways or whatever it is. There are so many reports. Let's get into it. All right, listen, y'all. So again, thank y'all so much for being present and here with your boy. All right, as we discuss these topics. All right. Now listen, we got a lot to get into. All right. But before we get into anything, you guys already know the drill. All right. So listen, the white and denim brunch and kitchen table talk that is happening Sunday, August the 11th in Dallas, Texas. I would love to see your face in the place. We're going to have brunch, live entertainment, and so much more. And your tickets can be purchased at www.tcddproductions.com. Okay. Your tickets can be purchased there. All right. Now, listen, if you are a vendor or you would like to be a sponsor, please shoot us an email so that we can get back to you on those. The tickets for vendors or the vendor packages will be available on the website no later than Saturday. All right. So stay tuned for that. All right. So I hope to see you all there. And this is what I need y'all to do. I need y'all to use code SARA. Okay. SARA. SARAHH. All right. You will get 15% off of your brunch ticket. So you don't want to miss that. Again, that is code SARAHH. All right. Again, you do not want to miss your opportunity to get that 15% off. Again, I hope to see you at the White and Denim Brunch and Kitchen Table Talk, child. It is going to be extremely fun and I'll say interesting too. All right. Hope to see y'all there. All right. Let's get back into the stuff. All right. All right, y'all. So first up, let's get into this Diddy news, child. Let's get into this Diddy news. I find all of this very interesting, but we are going to get into it. All right. Now, this is being reported by the Jasmine brand. So I will put the link to this down in the description box below so that you guys will have it. So let's go ahead and get it into what is going on now with Diddy. Now, first of all, we want to go ahead and say, y'all know that Diddy has recently wiped out his entire social media account, right? Well, Instagram account. There are no posts on his Instagram. So I find that very interesting. But let's get into what the Jasmine brand is reporting. All right. Now, this says that Diddy's legal team has one less case to worry about. Now, according to a report by All Hip Hop, all right. Now, remember that all things are alleged, and we are reporting on what we see as being public. Now, According to reports by All Hip Hop, the music mogul has dropped the $60 million lawsuit against the fashion brand that he founded, which was Sean John. Now, a quick refresher. Sean Diddy Combs, of course, P. Diddy, started the fashion lifestyle company in 1998 and it went on to become a major brand, even landing a distribution agreement with Macy's department store in 2010. Now, 6 years later, he sold a 90% stake in Sean John to Global Brands Group. However, in 2021, after the company went bankrupt, Diddy purchased Sean John back from BG for 7.5 million. Now, the same year prior, the repurchasing the company prior to repurchasing the company, Diddy sued GBG for millions for allegedly misusing his image and persona to market products without his consent. The report notes that Diddy accused GBG of unlawfully using his image to promote a collaboration with fashion retailer um, Misguided. Now, another legal matter saw him fighting for trademark rights, over the purchase vote or die, which he claimed GBG exploited without his consent. Now, despite taking back ownership of Sean John, Diddy's lawsuit continued until this week when he reportedly decided to drop the case. Per the report, agreements between Diddy and fashion house GBG, Sean John LLC, and GBG USA Inc. have led to a voluntary dismissal of the case, including all claims and countersuits as of Friday, June the 21st. Now, no word on why Diddy decided to now step away from the suit. However, it's suspected that it may be to focus on the serious NSA allegations and lawsuits he's facing. Now, let's just be for real, y'all. Let's just be for real about this. The way that this has come about, I would think that right now it would be a very safe thing to say that he should be saving some money and putting that toward his other legal battles that he is currently having. Wiping your social media clean and then now dropping this lawsuit, it seems very, it seems like, the smart thing to probably do. Okay. This probably should be the least of your concerns when you're the one suing them, right? So I do find this very interesting, y'all. I thought that I would bring this information to you guys. Let me know what y'all think about this, because again, I feel like him wiping his Instagram clean, him doing the things like that, dropping this lawsuit, it just definitely gives me that your time is more so going to be focused on what you have going on legally. So it'll be interesting to see how this thing turns out. All right. It'll definitely be interesting to see how this thing turns out. And one of the things that I find issue with is him wiping his social media clean. Although the video of him apologizing to Cassie not saying her name, and we know why he can't say her name, I find it very strange that you didn't even leave that up there. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, y'all. Again, he's wiped everything clean. That video is gone. So it'll be very interesting to see how all of this plays out, child. Listen. All right, child. So let's get into this now. Listen, this is what I honestly have to say. Y'all know Stunner Girl do not mind putting folks on blast, okay? She done put Luminell over there on Zeus Network, the CEO of Zeus Network. Y'all know I call him Luminell. She put Luminell Plummer on notice a while back about what it was alleged that he was doing to the women over there on that platform, which is just really strange, right? But now Stunner Girl is coming for Ray J. Now I think a lot of what's going on with Ray J, I think is always amped up because he does now have a network called Tronics where he has his first transgender show. A princess had a show over there. He has plenty of shows. All right. And y'all know he was doing some stuff for Sukiana, right? But Stunner Girl takes to social media to her stories and she says, instead of consistently being worried about me, Ray J needs to focus on what he did to Wendy Williams. She ain't been the same since you took her on that binge game. Okay, now I don't know if you guys remember, but back when Wendy Williams was going through some things, she was pictured with like Ray J. There were some other things that were going on in her career as far as it pertained to Ray J. Right now, listen, when you start making accusations like this, you want to make sure that you're able to back these type of accusations up. And I really sometimes feel like they just fall out of people's mouths. Stunner Girl continued to go on. I kind of really do. I don't know. How do y'all feel about this? Because this is just crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? Um, I don't think there's just a lot of things I don't think you should be you Stunner Girl as you being who you are. I don't think you should be saying these things because let's be completely honest, Mama. You do have a past too. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want none of that stuff to resurface in a way where people feel like they have to bring these things up. So again, I just think it's very weird. I do, not gonna lie to y'all. I think it is extremely weird. But y'all definitely let me know how y'all feel about this. Now, I see a lot of people talking about Ray J and the correlation with Whitney Houston and all of that stuff. Listen, again, I think when you make those type of allegations, you want to make sure you backing them up in any type of way possible that you can or know them to be the truth. So I just feel like I want to steer clear of that. But I did want to report this to y'all because I think Stunner Girl, she does a lot. She does a lot. And it's quite annoying to be honest. It is. It's quite annoying. But y'all let me know again how y'all feel about this in the comments. Hey, what's up to everybody coming in? Y'all, please make sure that you bang that like button. Please, 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 please. It will help this video in the algorithm. All right. It's greatly, greatly appreciated if you guys could hit that like button. All right. All right, y'all. So now I want to get into the things dealing with Tiana Taylor, Iman Shumpert. I guess that's how you say his name. All right, so of course y'all know that they were going through a divorce around there in Atlanta. Okay, so let's get into it. Now, a judge in Georgia's Fulton County Court has ruled that Tiana will receive four marital properties valued at approximately $10 million. She will also keep her vehicles and jewelry and retain ownership of her companies and her businesses, TaylorMade and the Auntie. Those are her business names. Now, the details were released according to documents obtained by the Jasmine brand. Now, it says that Shumpert, how do you say it? A former NBA champion and reality star has been ordered to make a one-time seven-figure payment to Taylor. Now he will retain his Miami condo and residence in South Georgia and Decatur. Additionally, Shumpert must pay Tiana Taylor $8,000 a month in child support and cover private school fees for their two daughters. Now, he will also keep his share of investments in their business ventures. Those specific details about these investments were not disclosed. ICYMI news of couple, in case you missed it, sorry. News of couple divorce surfaced in September of 2023, I'm sorry, after Taylor confirmed their separation. However, legal documents revealed that the divorce was filed in January of that year, with Taylor accusing Shumpert of, releasing this information. She also said that she was dealing with emotional and mental abuse as well in the marriage. Now, also, it's being alleged that the downfall of their marriage would could possibly be that there is a baby involved in the situation. So, you know, I was definitely hoping for the best in the situation. I'm not going to always say that I think that they can work these things out because I necessarily wouldn't want them to have to keep going through these things, and they shouldn't have to. So I do totally understand that. Listen, Iman, go on and pay up. You know what I'm saying? Go on and pay up. Go on and pay up. All right. I do wish Tiana and her children the best. I wish Iman the best, but you can't be mistreating her and doing all the crazy things that you have been doing in the tabloids up since we found out about the divorce. You know what I'm saying? You've been in a tabloid, okay? So again, I do think that well, I don't think, I'm glad that they were able to come to some type of settlement amongst them before it got ugly, ugly. You know what I'm saying? Really ugly. All right. So again, I do wish them nothing but the best. I wish them well, and I'm hoping that they can, see eye to eye, especially when it comes to the children. All right, y'all, let me know what y'all think about that. What do y'all think about Tiana Taylor and Emun Shumpert finally having their divorce finalized, child? All right, y'all. So now it's time to get into the Kenya Moore of it all. Okay, Teen Twirl, the people are speaking, the people feel away. There's a lot going on. All right. Now, if you guys can remember correctly, back on June, I believe it was June the had to be like June the 5th, 6th, somewhere up in there. It was like that first Thursday of June, right? Kenya had the grand opening that was filmed her uh of her hair care spot. Okay. So here's the thing. Here's what happened. Okay. There were multiple stories going on, but this is what caught most people's attention. All right. Shout out to my friend Eric. Shout out to my friend Eric. This is what caught most people's attention in the beginning. As you can see, Drew Dora posted a meme and a caption that says, "I'm flabbergasted and floored." Eric Robinson then quote retweets what she says and says, "I am still trying to recover myself. I couldn't even take a photo. My mouth fell to the floor and I'm just in awe. Like that was the most deadliest scene probably ever filmed on the franchise." Now, after that happened, rumors start swarming, things start swarming, right? So the neighborhood talk then came and reported this, and they said that Kenya and Real Housewives of Atlanta newbie Brittany Edie get into a heated exchange. Threats allegedly involve a gun and more. Now, prior to Kenya's event actually happening, it has been alleged that Brittany Edie and Kenya got into it. Okay, they had already got into a dispute. All right, and while they had this dispute, I believe there was something said about having a pow pow to deal with bitches like you, something like that was said. Okay. Again, allegedly, I was not there, so I cannot specifically say what was said, but it has been alleged that that's where that came from, right? So it all been cleared up, and that wasn't the true thing, right? Well, we had heard several different things that Kenya was on suspension, that Kenya could possibly not come back. They may have been filling Kenya's spot. So there were different things going around, right? Well, now here we are here where TMZ is reporting that Kenya Moore not returning to RHOA season 16, weighing legal options. Okay. Now, there are several different things that have been said about Kenya weighing in on legal options. It has been said that Kenya could possibly come after Bravo, could come after production company, could come after the bloggers who may have leaked this allegedly. I don't know. But Kenya is wanting to fish out her legal options. Now, what I will honestly say in this situation is I do feel like, and I'll get more into this. And again, give me y'all's thoughts in the comment section. I know some of y'all are Team Twirl. But I'm gonna tell you why I feel the way that I feel in regards to this. So let's get into this article, child. Kenya Moore is officially putting down her peach for this season at least, because she ain't coming back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and this could possibly turn ugly. Sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ that Kenya will not return as a cast member for the rest of production for the new season 16 after she was sidelined indefinitely for allegedly unveiling actual explicit posters of newcomer Brittany Edie seemingly performing oral sex. Okay. Now we're told that Kenya has not been fired from RHOA. Instead, we're told both sides have agreed that she's just going to take a break from the show. Our sources say that Bravo is keeping the door open for a future return. However, we're also told that Kenya is considering legal options at this point because she is not happy with how this whole mess unfolded. In case you're unfamiliar with the drama, um, it all started when Brittany Edie allegedly threatened Kenya earlier during filming of the upcoming season, with Brittany allegedly using the pow pow word in a combo about Kenya during their feud. Now, sources close to production tell TMZ that the claim Brittany threatened to use a weapon was in fact investigated, but we're told it was never substantiated by the network. These same sources also say that there was never a gun present during filming. After that, Kenya ended up displaying NSFW posters of her co-star at her own hair care grand opening while Britney wasn't there. Now, Bravo launched an investigation into this, and in the end, we're told that Kenya's behavior was found to be a violation of their code of conduct. Okay. Despite this, we're told that Kenya feels wronged, with sources familiar with the situation saying that her safety concerns are a huge part of the disconnect between her and the network right now, and they're just not seeing eye to eye. So, two sides to the story, obviously. Kenya's former co-star Candy Burris came to her defense following the news of her suspension. So, she clearly has RHOA folks still in her corner. Of course, Bravo has faced a number of issues in this last year itself, with the network being hit with separate lawsuits from former ex-housewives Leah McSweeney and Caroline Manzo, which are being litigated in court right now. Okay. In terms of what Kenya may or may not do is to be determined, and stay tuned. Okay, so I just want to briefly give my opinion on this right here, right? I understand Team Twirl. I understand that there are things going on Vanderpump Rules. I understand all of these things, right? But here's what I want to say. In my humble opinion, I feel like Kenya has gotten away with a lot of things in a sense to where, although there may not be a clause, there might not be this, but y'all, we honestly don't know what has been added to these people's contracts. I see a lot of people going back and talking about what has happened in the previous years or the previous tenure of Housewives. Y'all do understand that they can change clauses, they can change things within their contracts that will not allow certain things to happen. I think, especially with them being in the height of this whole lawsuit climate that we're living in right now, where people are just filing lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit. I just do find it very, very interesting. And I feel like, in this particular sense, I think we have to be reminded of that. Also, be reminded that we are Black. Regardless of how you guys feel about it, we are looked at a different lens. It's not right. It's not right. Okay. I'm not making any excuses for it, but we have to be careful with the things that we do because we know that they're going to make an example out of us no matter what. I feel like people are untouchable in this. And again, they're going to make an example out of us. And I feel like we're in a time right now where we have to unfortunately move differently. I think the biggest issue that I have with Kenya in this situation is Kenya, you didn't have to do this, nor did you did did you need to do this at your own grand opening, whatever it is. Whatever it is, clearly, in my opinion, it had to be something that you did because you're not reversing this thing by saying, I think Britney should be fired. I think this needs to happen. I think that needs to happen. I don't see that being leaked. I don't see those details coming out. So it tells me you did something. It may not be the RP, right? But you did something that was unethical. And I can specifically say that again, you didn't need to do it. You didn't. You didn't. And you didn't need to do it to yourself. And let's not forget that Kenya came out with that live video saying, and this is how I knew that, and I'll go into something else in a minute too. But how I knew that she knew that she had done something wrong was when she said that people were coming for her businesses and bloggers were coming for her businesses. And it's like, girl, do you just forget what you just allegedly did at your very own business? So we cannot put that on everybody else. And I'm just gonna say this. If we get on everybody else about RP or about certain things, Kenya is no different from escaping accountability. And I think that people need to realize that. We're talking about something that happened season 9 because a lot of people keep bringing up this Candy Portia Phaedra thing. That happened season 9. Here we are, season 16. With things like that happening, they strengthen their contracts along the way. And I don't think we can be that obtuse to not realize that that's what's happening. Okay. I think it's weird. I do. I think it's weird that people don't see that. This is also a business. What is not going to happen, and I think that you guys have to be aware when there's a big production company, there's Bravo involved. They have investments, they have things that are being paid, or investors that pay behind the scenes. Of course, you see your commercials, you see all these things. So it's not easy for them to just scrap the season. It's not easy for them to scrap the season because they have put money forth in budget for filming, for doing certain things, right? This isn't like what Ultimate Girls Trip is. Although they have a budget for that, they can scrap that because not, or it not come out because it's only what, 6, 7 episodes and it's airing on Peacock. You see what I'm saying? It's a different, it's a big difference when it comes to that. Also something I want to acknowledge and say too, I think that um I just think that again, like I do see the lines being moved, and I can't speak as a black person and not say that I don't see the lines being moved. But I do also believe here we have to take some sort of accountability. Okay. Now, Team Twirl has been going in on social media. We're actually going to take a look at Team Twirl and some of the things that they've had to say. We're also going to take a look at Bryce giving his opinion and also Kenya speaking out against this situation. So y'all let me know again how you guys feel about this. Again, I I think that if it was bad, understand, mama, you do have to take accountability for it, regardless. You know what I'm saying? So again, y'all let me know what y'all feel about this. I think that people are gonna have mixed opinions because some people really do care for Kenya. Some people love them some Kenyatta. and all of those things. So I understand that, but I also think that we again live in a climate where now, because of lawsuits and because of different things, their contracts are changing up. I do believe that. I do also believe that what Mariah said, I do believe that there wasn't something in place. But again, they're going through so much right now that I do think that things have changed. Okay. So again, y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. And let's get into what Kenya had to say and what some of the people are saying, what Team World is saying over on Twitter. Let's get into it. All right, y'all. So here we have Bryce Sanders confirming. He says, yes, Kenya's exit is real and it was her choice. It's unclear how, if at all, if this will be addressed on RHOA when season 16 airs. They could just edit her out around her. And for reports, the door is open for future return. And I've been told that's not necessarily true. And then this Kenya's Village says, what happened? We just saw a physical altercation in New Jersey. This whole thing seems overblown. And then Bryce responds and says, Danielle and Jim were both suspended after the incident and only cleared to return after an investigation, same as Kenya's case. She opted out. It all comes down to code of conduct clauses in their contracts. And if y'all remember correctly, TMZ's article said that as well. Now, we have something here from shout out to the RHOA Talk on Instagram. I'm sorry, on Twitter. They said that Kenya responds to a comment. Someone said you cannot expect to put out actual explicit pictures of a woman talking about how she's an escort. Show photos of her giving fellatio and then have the nerve to be pissed when you get called out. Kenya's bad behavior is all Bravo's fault. They've allowed her to do this for so long as she's been on the show. Now that Bravo may be able to get her for her antics. She pulled with the actual explicit photos. Now they're trying to cover themselves and she's gotten thrown under the bus. That's revenge P. You get sued for that. And then King responds and says that Bravo has never accused me of revenge P, and I did not engage in revenge P as well. Okay, so that's what Kenya responded and said. So now Kenya is thanking Team 12 forever, saying that you are the best fans anyone could ever ask for, and I love you also very much, always and forever. So Kenya is thanking her fans for having her back in this situation because there's a lot of people on Twitter saying Team Twirl, they wouldn't have it any other way. Team Twirl. So again, y'all let me know how y'all feel about Team Twirl and what's going on here, child. Let me know how y'all feel, okay? Just as I was wrapping this video, Kenya Moore speaks out. Reported by the Jasmine. Kenya, thank you for your support. Hashtag Team Twirl. My heart is full and my conscience is clean. So many false claims, hiding behind anonymous sources. All this conversation had and no facts being reported. If a claim or source was valid, would they need to hide? My life is blessed. Myself and my daughter will continue to thrive in a non-toxic environment where we feel appreciated and most importantly protected. Thank you, God, for covering us. The rumors and narratives about me randomly showing nudes on Revenge P is 1000% untrue. I have proof and will share soon. Kenya is stating that she does have proof and she is stating that she will speak on this at a later date. I just hope that she makes the best decisions for her and her daughter in this particular situation. I don't know what's going on, but y'all let me know down in the comment section, okay? Period. All right, y'all. So I wanted to get into this whole Wanda versus or Melody versus Wanda. Okay, Melody versus Wanda. I see a lot of people over there in Wanda's section wanting Mel to show sympathy, wanting Mel to show all of these things when this lady has literally got on the internet, called Mel all out of her name. She has also threatened, yeah, I'm gonna say it, has done a lot of things, right? And Mel has not responded. And it really baffles me that we live in this whole era of people thinking that elderly people or people who are older cannot be checked. Listen, let me tell you something. Mel has been very respectful to not only Wanda, but to Betty and any other elders. I feel like she's been respectful and she's been able to hold her composure to the point to where she gets frustrated and she gets tired of holding it in because y'all don't do nothing but spew hate. It's nothing but elderly women over there that support that. And I think it really shows who you are. At some point, are y'all gonna be like, enough is enough? This is beyond the show at this point. This is beyond the show. It's not okay to discuss people's children. It's not okay to discuss people's kids. It's just not okay to do these things. And I feel like at this very point, enough is enough. So what Mel has decided to do, she has decided to capitalize off of this moment. This is why I tell y'all she is the marketing genius because no one else is doing this. And not only that, not only is no one else doing this, but Mel made 40K plus just off of using a code food truck. Okay. It was still active as of this morning, but I do believe that it's now inactive. But just the fact that this lady was able to make a coin based off of the fact that this woman, Wanda, can't seem to understand that you don't never have to mention her in anything that is going on. Period. Every time Wanda go live, she's mentioning her name. She's doing these things. And at this point, it's frustrating. I get it. To those of you in the blog, now I already said the record straight. I'm not arguing with you when, especially when I feel the way that I feel about it. I feel like Mel held a lot in. And it took a while for her to respond. When you come for folks' kids, when people come for Tisha, Wanda come out swinging. So what's the issue with Mel doing any of those things when you have something to say about her children? Regardless of if you're talking about her children directly or indirectly. When the kids is brought up, we coming. So what's up? You know what I'm saying? I just feel like you do it when your daughter is mentioned. So why can't Mel do? So I don't like that. I really don't like that. So food truck, baby, I know Wanda could use that $41,000 for a food truck. Honey, she could purchase a food truck, get some nice things done to it, and everything. You know what I'm saying? But again, we're just at a point to where she just doesn't get it. She doesn't grasp the concept of what's going on, child. So anyway, um, Mel actually took to her Instagram this morning and said happy hump day, and she wasn't talking about the hump like a front row hump. Baby, I holler. Do you hear me? Because she is not playing any games with Wanda Jean. Okay? She is not playing any games with Sarah. Speaking of a Sarah, honey, y'all know that we are having the white and denim brunch and kitchen table talk in Dallas, honey. I need you to use code Sarah for 15% off of your ticket. That's going to happen all the way up until Friday. So you have up until Friday to get your pre-sale tickets and to use code Sarah. Now, what pre-sale means, and we're also running a sale on the pre-sale, that means that you get your tickets at a very discounted price. So make sure you get your tickets for the white and denim brunch and kitchen table talk Sunday, August the 11th in Dallas, honey. Okay, back to regular schedule programming. I know Wanda could use that money to put in new windows in this bus. She could, I mean, excuse me, food truck. She can get that back door replaced on the food truck. She can get the lapel fixed on the food truck. She can get them tires that is deflated and sitting on rims. She can get that fixed as well. But see, instead of You focusing on that, you wants to go live and only discuss what Mel is doing or what you think Mel is doing, because a lot of it be lies. Okay, period. And I said what I said. Okay, Marcus said what he said. He came up and cleared up a bunch of things, and it's just crazy. It is crazy. So again, y'all, I don't know how y'all feeling about this, but girl, get you a classic combo, honey. Get you a classic combo with a Sarah and some ice in it, okay? Because this is beyond bonkers. So Mel is capitalizing off of this, and this is again why I call her the marketing genius. All right. So with that being said, child, that's all I really got on Wanda and Melody Cherie Rogers, honey. She just done had enough, and enough is enough, child.